Hello there everybody, I'm Tori, a sub-1,000 subscriber VTuber channel just like you, who's going to mansplain the different advantages of each platform and make the case that at the same time it is very easy and very personal to what you want to build up. Let me explain in layman's terms what most guru channels mean when they say that if you only stream, Twitch, and if you do literally anything else, YouTube might be more interesting for you. The main differences between the two are their community ecosystem, growth, and algorithms. YouTube is a platform for many different kinds of content, and Twitch is really only about streams. Because of this, you might consider Twitch. There you will find a list of games, and you will also be able to organize it via what it thinks you might like or what the majority of people are actually watching. Streamers will tend to build communities between themselves and their friends, and then, raid each other, and, building and sharing that community as they funnel them between the different channels and funnel them towards Discord to even there increase the engagement with each's community brand, Most people will also tend to agree that the chat experience on Twitch is the main highlight. Its emote, channel point, bit sub, and level of streamlined interaction is something that Twitch has grown over time to be great at. And to reiterate a little clearer, raids, the idea of sending your watchers to another channel the streamer recommends, and the ecosystem it creates to encourage community or people, in my opinion, sharing what they recommend other people should also be watching is the main feature that YouTube is kind of missing at the moment, streaming wise. You can't really redirect people from your stream immediately to another one. It is more of the autoplay of YouTube that will determine where you're sent. However, this community feature is also kind of the only thing the platform itself has really going for it if you're a small, starting from zero creator, right? You could stream on it, but can you do anything else? Can you post shorts? Can you make videos, movies, etc.? Can you post text messages and, create polls for the few people that do watch you? Do past streams or VODs stay organized and saved within their own tabs, or do they just kind of clutter up the entire experience, forcing you to make different channels for different features? Meaning that essentially you're driving your viewers to different places, not really centralizing it underneath one flag. Can the algorithm actively engage new viewers by having the recommendations synthesized from all kinds of content to appeal to their viewing habits, meaning that the exposure to a silly short can incentivize them to see a thumbnail of a stream they just might want to check out? No? Well, these are all kind of YouTube's advantages. And for all you antisocial people out there, you don't have to hope on this vague notion of bigger and other creators, helping you out with views by actually rating you, if you're not really the type of person to engage with other streamers. The one to rule them all has its advantages in this respect. It also helps that you can focus on growing at least one main hub of content distribution, while bigger Twitch streamers also tend to give the advice to grow somewhere else and guide that audience to Twitch. Staying on YouTube just kind of solves that problem by, in this case, taking out the moving over part. Also not unimportant, since the bitrate limitations are higher on YouTube, in theory, the quality of your streams is only limited by what your internet connection and system can provide. However, the YouTube compression does have a habit of being slightly worse on similar bitrates than Twitch, meaning that you get the most benefit only if you can also push more data. To talk more clearly, what I mean is that you can do a 1080 60 FPS stream on Twitch at 6000 kbs, max 8000 if you're cheeky, but the limited data per frame will inevitably lead to a quality degradation because of compression. This is why you're encouraged to stream 720/60 if you want high frame rates on Twitch. By the way, this is why I used to stream 1080 at 30, so that the bitrate per frame is twice as high, leading to the quality of the footage being better in my opinion. How can you tell? Well, pausing, pixel peeping led me down this rabbit hole. Send help. On YouTube, however, 1080/60 at 6000 will look worse than on Twitch because of YouTube's weird compression. However, if you're able to double the output, to say 13,000 kbs, while setting YouTube's encoder to 1440, you change this little setting and you just get the better encoder for the streams. Don't worry, it's techno-babble. It just looks better, okay? You can get really nice looking streams at the full HD resolutions or beyond. I know these are niche cases, right? But let's imagine that I'm streaming with a CRT filter that emulates an older TV, right? And I want you to be able to experience the full nostalgia of what that texture does to game footage with me. Although compression will always be a bitch, especially towards darkened areas, The higher fidelity per frame will at least show the breaking up of the texture as it was intended to be seen. you know, somewhat, instead of the very clean pixel look that a lot of remakes provide. This is a rabbit hole I made a different video on if you want to go explore that little tangent. Also not unimportant, exporting your VODs from Twitch to YouTube leads to the rabbit hole of YouTube's compression being applied after the fact and worsening the compressed quality of the Twitch VODs in and of themselves. Also, when exported, the VODs show up as videos and just kind of clutter that entire feed, you know, as opposed to when you stream on YouTube, it gets its own little tab where you get to separate it from the rest of your actual content. Mind you, all of these reasons don't matter if the content you're providing in the first place is shit, and you, as the entertainer, will always be the first point of importance. But you know, let's not kid ourselves, the main thing you will be improving at as you get used to this little streaming gig is your own confidence in front of 0, 1, 2, or 40 people. Remember, the content you provide always comes first, but these notes on how you want the viewing experience to be, live and legacy-wise, are things to consider when you want to try your hand at this hobby. Or at least, it's fun to ponder and explore these different settings if you're crazy like me. In short, see and test both, but know that each has its strengths and weaknesses. For me personally, I think YouTube provides me with more features that I will make use of. You know, inevitably leading kind of to like me having streamed a whole year just to find out that, yeah, I'll end up where I kind of began my year. Funnily enough. Let's not explore that too much. And with that said, I would say thank you so much for sticking with me and watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video if you like the video. If you really want to help the channel out, watch a few other videos or watch a few other shorts. That will really boost the algorithm to say, hey, this channel makes some good shit. And with that said, please have a wonderful day and have a great streaming experience. If you think you can't do it, who cares? Try it out. You'll maybe have more fun at it than you think. I certainly did. Happy New Year, everybody.